what kind of thinker are you? Hey, it's Lenny Wennerstrom. We're going to talk about what kind of thinker you are, and I am here to help you find your purpose. Do my very best to do that. I'm a spiritual guide and mentor and a positive self-talk trainer. So every single day I read a passage to you. We're going to talk about what kind of thinker you are in this passage from Dr. Shad Helmstetter's book, 365 Days of Positive Self-Talk for Finding Your Purpose. And today, August 29th, day 242, 124 days left in the year, and in 66.12% complete with 2024. 66%! So we're moving towards that 70 mark, being a third, 2/3 of the way through. So let's talk about this passage for today, which is, I'm going to read this to you. I am an active thinker and never a lazy thinker. Instead of letting my mind drift aimlessly from thought to thought, we talk about that with your purpose, right? Just aimlessly drifting in your boat rather than having a rudder. And this has a lot to do with that. Instead of letting my mind drift aimlessly from thought to thought, I practice being consciously aware of every thought I think. With practice, I not only become more mindful of my own thoughts, I choose thoughts that are clear, lead me forward, and improve my life. So what kind of thinker are you? Are you an active thinker? Are you consciously monitoring your self-talk and your thoughts and then editing them and practicing your self-talk? Have you downloaded the app yet? The app I'm talking about is, hey Charlie. Charlie's underneath, my little feral kitty is underneath the motorhome. There he is, I'll show him to you. See if you can see him over there. There he is. I have to put water and food out there because he's getting really skinny. So, yeah, he won't come inside. So this active thinking and monitoring your thoughts, the biggest thing that I think I would share with you about that is that you are in control of your thoughts. You are in control of your thinking. You might think that you're not because something happens, and you know I'm here in Amarillo, which is not my home, in our motorhome, and in the motorhome, we've been here since July 19th because Steve contracted a blood infection. So we got here just for him to breathe at a lower elevation, and he had something else going on, and something he wanted to tend to, and then here we are because he went right away to the emergency. The ambulance had to come and get him from the motorhome on that day as soon as we got here, like within a few minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. Probably more like 10. But anyway, the point is the thinking, the thoughts, the active thinking. It's how active are you in your intentions, in your thinking? Some people have said, how do I monitor how many thoughts? I've heard anywhere from 65,000 thoughts a day to 125,000, and other people say it's way more. You know, it doesn't really matter. Don't they bust, Charlie? There goes my little, he wanted up. But no matter how many thoughts we have, the point is that we are in control of those thoughts. We are in control of our emotions. It's not that something doesn't, we have programs, mental programs, and those can be, and we are always working with those programs, over 77%. I always use these numbers because I think it's really important that we all understand that the majority of our thinking, the majority of our thoughts, the majority of our mental programs are negative. They hold us back. They stop us from getting where we want to go. They sabotage us. And that's because they're programs that other people gave us because other people thought they're the right programs. And the programs that most other people gave us are limiting, meaning you're not fast enough, good enough, strong enough. You don't have enough money. Things like when you're a little girl, somebody said, oh, she's so shy, and then pretty soon, then you started hiding behind your mom's leg more and more, and it's, oh, she's shy, and now all of a sudden, she's shy, right? She says, I'm shy, and that's a program. That is that has become a habit, and that's not, that can be undone. That can be unlearned. You replace those mental programs with other programs. And the more that you do that, this is Flying Feather, by the way. Whee! The more that you replace those programs with programs the app that I talk about, Dr. Shad's app, which is always in my description, the quicker you start understanding. Neuroplasticity is the key to our brains. Like neuroplasticity, it's almost magical. Our brains, whatever goes in, it gets recorded, and then if it's repeated, it gets wired in. The circuitry in the brain circuitry, like a computer, it gets wired in, and we become that. So think about a habit that you have started. In fact, being organized and being structured in your life, or whatever it is you want to do, or having good quality relationships, or whatever the things that you want in your life, you can create habits around it, just like drinking water every morning, or things that are healthy for you. Whatever habit, going to the gym, just doing meditations in the morning, or smiling first thing in the morning and smiling last thing at night. All of those things, you can create habits. So the more that you, and these are just, habits are just thoughts, beliefs. Let's go, beliefs are just thoughts that are thought over and over and over and over again until they become real to you. So you can change your beliefs. You can change all of that. And when you are doing active thinking, I don't know what this was, but I meant this, but active thinking, come along. Active thinking, and really concentrating on your thoughts and being very intentional about what you're thinking, it's transformative, because you start catching those 77% of negative thoughts, and then you also the over 90% that are in our subconscious mind. So those are in our conscious mind, and then in our subconscious mind, over 90%. Some say 95%. Really, what matters doesn't matter where it's 90 or 95 or 96.1. Those numbers don't matter. Just think, even at 90% of thinking, of thoughts that are harmful, that hold us back, that hold you back, that stop you from achieving your goals, that tell you you're limited in some way when you're absolutely unlimited. No matter how poor you were growing up, or how shy you think you are, or how you can't remember names, or how you can never find the right relationship, you always meet the wrong guy or the wrong girl. When you say it to yourself and you say those things become true, because you create them. You send that vibrational pattern out there to the world, that frequency. You send it out to the universe. And the universe, because everything is energy, except like 0.111 something, I don't know what that number is. There's the wave and the particle, right? The particle is hardly anything. Like the flying feather, me, this, the table, the motorhome, all of this stuff, the ground, it's like 1 point or 0.99, I don't know what the number is. There's hardly any particle compared to the wave, the energy. And so that is so humungarungus. Hello, Charlie. In the sense of, you are the one creating your reality. You are moving the energy to whatever it is that you want. And when you are actively thinking, you are in control of your thinking, and you're thinking unlimited thoughts that you can do absolutely anything. You can, and you will. And especially when you find your purpose. What your purpose, we always come back to the purpose, especially on this, when I'm talking here. And that's because your purpose gives you direction, and it gives you meaning in your life. You know where you're going, and we all have a different overarching or mission purpose, right? And every single one of us, we're very unique, each of us, and we have a different purpose. So there is no comparing ourselves to someone else, to celebrities, to, the clothes that someone's wearing, or the what kind of hairstyle, or try to have as much money as they do, or try to have the job that they have, or that comparing, like families, like the Joneses, like keeping up with the Joneses, and all those things they're so materialistic, and that's, what did I say, 0.99? I don't know. This is quantum physics. So Joe Dispenza says it all the time, and many others. But it's the energy is the biggest of all. It's like everything is energy. So even the particle is energy, because this is energy. It's just dense, slow on planet Earth energy. So it's matter. So it's something you can touch. It's very dense, and we're very dense. So the more that you think, the more that you understand that you are unlimited, the more that and the more that you have this active thinking and really control your thinking, the more success you're going to find in your life. And this is one of the things I do in my coaching. And I would love to coach you if that's something that you are interested in. All you have to do is email me at linny@linnymotivates.com and just put the word winner anywhere in the subject line or whatever, and we'll get together. So that winning is really important. And just when I say winner, there doesn't mean to be a loser. There doesn't need to be a loser at all. It's just you winning in life. You having success in every single area of your life. And it all starts with your programs, changing your mental programs, changing your self-talk to positive, understanding just how unlimited you really are, and understanding that you were born with unlimited potential to be, do, have, create anything, absolutely anything that you wanted to do. And you only haven't done so, hey, yo, Charlie, if you haven't found your purpose and you think you're limited. So, because your purpose is going to define what you would create or have or any of those things. Charlie, tienes un sticker. Hey, yo, poita. Let's see, here's Charlie. Look, he actually came to let me pet him. That's pretty good, huh? I think that's pretty good. So it's really important for you to find your purpose and to understand just how unlimited you are, because that's going to be your key to success in every single area of your life. And I'm talking about your relationships, your financial strength, your health and fitness, everything, your own success at anything that you decide to do, controlling your life, all of that, organizing your life, absolutely everything. So I'm going to read this one more time, but we're going to go because I love spinning it around to have the second person. You are an active thinker and never a lazy thinker. Instead of letting your mind drift aimlessly from thought to thought, you practice being consciously aware of every thought you think. With practice, you not only become more mindful of your own thoughts, you choose thoughts that are clear, lead you forward, and improve your life. Because the thoughts that will lead you forward and improve your life are the thoughts that are positive, the thoughts that are with neuroplasticity, and you can change your programs. And that app that I constantly talk about, that positive self-talk app, you change your programs, you change your life. You move from the negative programs that hold you back, stop you from getting where you want to go and do what you want to do and create what you want to create. And you change all of that, and you do it. It's so easy to do because you're just listening 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes at night. You don't have to meditate for hours. Like Joe Dispenza, the way he does his stuff, I always use him because I love his stuff, and I listen to his meditations. I absolutely love that you can change your biology, and I really resonate with him and Bruce Lipton. But because that changing your biology is huge. You can change whatever it is you want to change, your health or any of those things. And I watched Steve do that. His kidneys shut down, and I kept telling him, talk to your kidneys, tell them how much you love and appreciate them, and tell them to come back online, that they are done with vacation, come back online, it's time to start. He did it, and he brought those kidneys back online. And now I have him talking to his heart, but now he's more conscious, which is really interesting. And I mentioned, I'm a few days behind, but I thought I'm just going to do today, and I'll catch up later. But it's been quite the interesting time with Steve, and I'm going to give you the update on him as of today the 29th. He's doing way better. The guy is way better. Yet that, what they call hospital delirium or psychosis or any of that stuff, I don't know whether it's that, but even today he pulled off, he's got a stoma where they put in the tracheostomy, and he ripped that off. So he's got a hole right there, and it heals from the inside out. So he has a hole there. And hold on, let me put Charlie. He seems to want to go inside, and if he'll go inside, I can. I don't dare say the word. Close the door behind him, but would you, Charlie? Come on. Let me just put Charlie there real fast. Come on, andiamo. What do you do? He'll probably run from me. I'll be right back. Come on, Charlie. Come on, Mew Mew. Okay. You came with me because my microphone. Charlie, ¿quieres ir en la casa? So, see my microphone? My friend Chrissy said, get that microphone, Lenny, a long time ago. This is the one that took me forever to get it on. I couldn't figure out how to work it. But that was feels like years ago. It was just, I don't know, maybe 4 months ago or something. So, but he is very, 1 minute he seems lucid, and another moment he's yanking stuff. He yanked out his IV again. He's probably yanked out 8 or 9 IVs. That's just IVs. Then he yanked out 2 central lines. I mean, like literally, if you know what the jugular and having kidney dialysis when his kidneys had shut down, that's a big R's tube lines, and they sutured it in. It was sewn into his neck, into his jugular. And that guy pulled it out. He pulled it out. Was that last week? I don't even remember anymore. I'll be very, very honest. I told you this last time. When was the last time I did a video? It's been 4 days, I think. But man, I feel weary. I feel very weary. And I have so much compassion for peopleroos who are dealing with people who have dementia and Alzheimer's. I mean, it never looks any fun to me, to actually have someone there who has, they're there in front of you, but they're not all there. They don't recognize you, and so they don't have the memories, and so you don't share that with them, and now they're kind of like children that you're taking care of. Well, Steve doesn't have dementia, and he doesn't have Alzheimer's. His cognition is like so good, and he can help us with things that we need to get done with the business and other things. And but he just, especially at night, he pulls everything out. He takes off all of his dressings, the dressings like on his stoma, the dressing on there, and then pulls out the lines, pulls off. He has an oximeter, the little thing, pulsometer, whatever, on his finger, and he pulls that off every single day. And today, I got so tired. I told him, he called me because I got him a phone, a safe phone, like a cricket phone. I didn't give him his phone because he can call all kinds of people's, and that's not going to happen right now. And so I got him a cricket phone, but I had this compassion, I just decided compassion. I have to flood myself with compassion energy for the human experience. I teach practical spirituality, and in there's the spiritual journey and then the human experience. And I have been kind of stuck in the human experience, really working. I mean, I bounce so quickly. I'm so grateful for my self-talk, and I'm so grateful for my spirituality, for everything leading up to this, because, I think it's mostly because I'm just really tired, because I get calls at, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning, and anything anywhere between. I didn't even hear the phone at 1 o'clock this morning. They called me, and not only was he called the nurse a smart ass. It's really not funny. I mean, it's kind of funny if I think about it, kind of like that. But it just hasn't been an easy experience because it was traumatic in the very beginning, and it was, die time. I had no idea whether he was going to die. And it was, and then he had a botched surgery on here where the doctor did it, and then he wouldn't come and talk to me. He sent in someone else. I'm like, own up to what you've done. I'm not a person who goes and sues or any of that kind of stuff. The reason is because I believe we are all one. It's all one energy, and so it's not about that. It's more like, can you learn from your mistake? Can you see that you did something incorrectly, and now my husband is suffering terribly because of the hole that you created, you chopped into his neck. So it's more like that. So it's just, I'm pretty weary, and so this morning I just told him that I said I'm not coming, and I finally did, because I got a barber to come. He's been in, I think it's 6 weeks now. I don't know, whatever's July 19th here. I'm not talking about the 10 days we had in the hospital before that, just here in Amarillo, because we live in Colorado. So it's been quite the experience, and I have so much compassion for the people who are dealing with people who have dementia and Alzheimer's and all of that. It's kind of like something new for me to have empathy and for, and compassion. And I think about this passage about active thinking, and and I play the self-talk for Steve every day for his health and fitness, and it seems to be helping when he's, I want to say lucid, but he's mostly lucid. But sometimes he's not real kind, which is not like him. So I'm just going through all of that, and I feel that like disconnect from him. I feel like he's not real super kind, and so I'm just being like, he called me today and he said, I don't know why I'm sharing all this with you. I guess maybe just the experience, maybe just because I'm tired. And I didn't want to wait and do the other ones first and catch up. I got 3 to do, I think, to catch up for the passages. And but he called me just a little bit ago, and he said, and he's called me several times, and he said, what's wrong with you? It's like, what do you mean, what's wrong with me? Because I came back to walk the dogs, and really because I had just got a barber to do his hair. I had to find someone here in Amarillo. Oh my gosh, Aruz, this guy, amazing. His name is Cece. It's Combs and Cuts. His last name is Combs, Combs. So Combs and Cuts, I think, is the name, and he's the owner. He's been here 13 years, well, a lot longer. He's a native, but he himself, when I was calling, it was the first one I called, and looking for a barber, and the person told me, this was a few days ago, and said, our owner might do that for you, and he said, call him back in 10 minutes and I'll ask him. And anyway, I didn't call till later that night, and they were still open. It was kind of late because I'd forgotten. There was so much going on with Steve and his physical therapy and stuff. And his and he answered. And he's like, "Yeah, I'll be there. How about is today Thursday? I can't remember. Whatever time at 10:30. So I think today's Thursday. So Thursday at 10:30. So I was like, man, thank you. The guy charged $30 to come all the way to the hospital, and do that for Steve. It's really raining now, so I'm gonna hop on back into my motorhome. But I just want to, there's so much goodness in the world. Oh, and this guy also, his name is C.C. Combs. He, this barber with his own shop, he also has a children's organization that serves like over 4,500 children every year for Christmas. Kind of like the Toys for Tots thing. But he has that organization plus several others. Like, he's such, just listening to him. And he lost his firstborn son, or the eldest son. He said he doesn't tell everyone, so I should probably not tell that story. But, you meet such amazing peeparoos, and you look at people's self-talk and how they live their lives, and it's really beautiful to see all this. And I come back to that active thinking, and you choosing your thoughts, and you choosing your life, and you creating your life. And then I look at Steve, who's not actively choosing his thoughts, or if he is, they're not, like, he's not actively monitoring them sometimes. And sometimes he can be really, kind and say thank you. And other, like after CC finished his hair today and did his beard and everything, he said thank you. He's like, thanks, babe, for bringing the guy in, and for bringing CC. And anyway, so that active thinking and he is in CC, so positive. So like all the stuff that has happened to him, the guy is amazing, and so giving of himself, and so willing. The owner of a very popular barbershop, from my understanding. It's not just, I don't think it's just for men, but here he comes out. He looks so cute with his little leather apron, and I don't think it was leather, but looked really nice. And anyway, so I was listening to his active thinking, and he's just full of love, full of happiness, full of giving back. And so the more I was reading this passage and thinking about it, I just think about all these things, and I think when we choose the way we think, and what we think and how we think, and we are in control of it. We really are in control of it. And the more that you are thinking good thoughts that are unlimited, the more success you will have in your life. So I hope that hits home for you. I hope that you enjoyed this. And I'm getting rained on, which feels really good. I love the rain. I love weather. I love life. I really do. But look at the sky. I guess you can see it already. Look. Wow. Look at that sky. It's raining on you. Sorry about that. I didn't even think about that. So that's the story there. Oops. And thank you for listening. I love you so very, very mucho. I do. And you can do this. You can find your purpose. You can activate your purpose if you haven't found it yet. Remember, you are driving the boat. You are driving the boat with the rudder. Or maybe not. Maybe you decide you're just going to go whatever, the waves are washing you this way, and you're going that way and all of that. I don't think that's a fun way to be. And I don't think it serves anyone. But boy, when you put the rudder and you just go straight and you have meaning and direction in your life, that's your purpose. That would be your purpose, meaning your mission, your overall not objective, but your mission in life, right? That's kind of how we say it. And then you have your active thinking, and you're changing with neuroplasticity. You're changing your brain to have positive thoughts that serve you, instead of those 77 that don't in your conscious brain. You got like 90 that serve you, or 95. It's constant. You have so many programs that till the day you die, your brain is constantly rewiring itself. That's what neuroplasticity is. It's rewiring the circuits in your brain. So that's the story, and I hope you choose active thinking. I really do, for thoughts that benefit you, change your life, and all that good stuff. Let me see if I can say that last part again before I get rained out. Yep. With practice, being consciously aware of every thought you think, with practice, you not only become more mindful of your own thoughts, you choose thoughts that are clear, lead you forward, and improve your life. And that's what happens. If you'd like to really improve your life and change your, and get the self-talk app, if you'd like to really do that, and you'd like a life coach like me, if you'd like me to guide you through all of that, just email me, Linny@LinnyMotivates.com with the word winner, and we will get started. I love you so very, very mucho. Again, you can do this, and I believe in you. As always, even with the gray, beautiful skies. Oh, over there, they're not gray, they're blue. Look at that. That's beautiful. Amarillo has the most amazing skies. I love it. It's Amarillo by morning, noon, and night, and all the time. I love the sunrises and sunsets. But as always, shining my light to brighten yours. I love you so much. We're going to go inside. We're getting wet. Actually, it's my book I'm more concerned with. I think that Flying Feather loves it. I love you so very, very much, mucho. We are going to go in. So see you later. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow. Ciao.